We have fire. It's burning down pretty good now. Just wasted all this time and effort. Let's give this another shot. Hello, welcome back to another episode from Pale Horse Survival and Tactical. I'm Bill, glad you could join me. Today we're going to take a look at the fisherman's knot and continuous loops. Stay tuned. Okay, so what we have here is a piece of paracord. It's about 5 foot long. And what I'm going to demonstrate today is how to tie the double fisherman's knot. Climbers utilize the double fisherman's knot quite often in order to form a continuous loop of cordage, and they use that loop to make what's known as a prusik knot. And I'll cover all that in later episodes of this knotcraft series. You can also use the continuous loop to form what's called a Klemheist hitch, and I will also be demonstrating that in later episodes. So it's not hard to do, and there's a couple different ways of doing this. There's a single fisherman's knot, double, and triple, and it depends on the application you're going to use it for. If the cordage isn't going to be under much load at all, you're just forming a loop of cordage for whatever purpose, but you're not going to use it for climbing. You can use what's called a single fisherman's knot, and that is just a very basic single overhand knot, and then turn it around, go to the other side, do exactly the same thing. And when you pull these together, they jam up against one another, and the single is okay if it's a very, very light load and you just need a continuous loop for whatever reason. I wouldn't try and use this for climbing purposes because the single isn't very secure. That is the first method. We'll untie this here. The double fisherman's the most common, so you just take your two ends, pass them over one another, and you want to leave enough slack, enough tail here to tie your knot. About 2.5 inches, 2.5 to 3 inches is about ideal. So it's real easy to do. Just pinch the two pieces between your thumb and fingers. Run one turn over the line, 2 turns over the standing end, and then take your tail and pass it back through. These 2 loops, the 2 turns. Pull it tight, turn this around, and do exactly the same thing. You have enough tail here, about 2.5 to 3 inches. One turn, 2 turns. Run your running end, back through the first loop, back through the second loop, snug it down, and when you pull on either end, it'll pull those two knots together. This is a very secure way to form a continuous loop of cordage or rope. Now the way you can tell that you have tied this properly, you'll have two X's on one side here, neaten it up a little bit, two X's, and when you turn it to the other side, you have 4 equal turns of cordage. 2 X's on one side and 4 equal turns on the other. That is a proper fisherman's knot. And this comes right apart, and it acts as a bit of a friction hitch, because you can probably hear the cordage as it's sliding on itself there. It really holds the cordage nice. Now the triple fisherman's knot is even stronger than the double, and the way you do that is you just add 1 additional turn. Instead of 2, just go 1 more time around, and then exact same technique, running in through the inside of the loops and pull it tight. And that's an even more secure way. I'm not going to demonstrate that because it's pretty self-explanatory. And this forms a continuous loop, and out of this a Klim-Heist hitch can be formed, a Prusik knot can be formed for ascending and descending a piece of rope, a vertical piece of rope. Climbers, any viewers who are climbers are well aware of that, and I'll be covering all of that in later videos in the knotcraft series here that I'm shooting. So this is the fisherman's knot. I hope all of you enjoyed the video as much as I did making it. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I will see all of you very soon on the next one. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.